when you purchase a motorcycle, it is very important to keep the warranty intact, and for that you will have to make sure that you follow the service schedule. Now what happens if you miss the service schedule at the service center? Many of you guys think that because the service job is not done properly at the service center, you guys want to take it outside, but because you are bound to the warranty, you are not able to do that. Mostly what they do is general service, and you say any other issue, mostly it is not fixed in the first attempt. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's 12:45 p.m. in the afternoon and I am heading to office. But in this video I am going to talk about a very important topic, that is how you should avoid the service center scams in India and what you should do in order to make sure that your bike is serviced properly while keeping the warranty intact. So you don't want to miss any part of this video, and hence let's get started with the video. I have mounted my Insta360 over here and the bike is already warmed up. You can see the temperature is 48 degrees Celsius. Let's crank it once again before starting. And if you are wondering where is my ZS EV has got damaged, so it is for repair. In the service center it got damaged by a cow which was coming on this road, and it went ahead and hit the driver's side door of my EV, so that got damaged and the entire door has to be replaced. For that I'll make a dedicated video for that. But let's head to office, and I am heading in the afternoon because I don't want to face a lot of traffic. If I start early, then the traffic is just too much. I chose this time because by 2 p.m. I should be reaching office, or else if I travel on my EV, I take the outer ring road, I can go at any time. 50 minutes is the fixed time that I have to travel on my EV. Coming to the topic of this video, that is when you purchase a motorcycle, it is very important to keep the warranty intact, and for that you will have to make sure that you follow the service schedule and you get your bike serviced at the service center. But mostly, as we know, service centers are not that great in India. I'm not talking about Aprilia brand, I'm talking about every brand in general, be it Kawasaki, be it Yamaha, be it KTM or Aprilia. No matter which motorcycle you take, whether it costs 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs. So what happens is, if you take your bike to the service center, mostly what they do is general service, and you say any other issue, mostly it is not fixed in the first attempt. Even if it is fixed, the cost that you have to bear at the service center is way too high. The labor charges are very much. So what happens is, everyone tries to take their motorcycle outside for fixing it if anything goes wrong. But if the motorcycle is new and it is under warranty, if you have to do any type of modifications, you think that you have to go to the service center only, and the service center, they say that in order to keep the warranty intact, you cannot do all these modifications. So here is my take. What you have to do is, once you purchase the motorcycle, any type of modification you do on the bike, you can take it outside. Just make sure whenever you are doing any type of electrical modification, like I have installed this AOC BX, make sure the wire is not tampered. If you are installing any hazard light, any other electronic devices on your bike, make sure that the wiring stays intact. If the wiring is damaged, the company will deny the warranty. But the best thing to do that is learn it yourself. If you are not aware, I have installed this AOC BX on my own. I have installed dual horn on the 457 on my own. Most of the things, the modifications that are done on this bike is done by myself. I don't take it to the service center for small things. Only for the big things like the servicing, throttle body cleaning, only for those things I take it to the service center. What happens when you do it yourself? You will learn about your motorcycle. You will know each and everything, how it behaves. If something happens, if your motorcycle breakdowns in between, you will know what to do. Why is there so much traffic jam? Did not expect this. Let's do some off-roading. There is one good thing about the 457, because it has good ground clearance. I am able to do a little bit of off-road on this bike. As I said, if you do DIY, you might go wrong the first time, but eventually you will learn. There are hell lot of videos available online. Even if anything goes wrong, Ultimately the professionals are there to fix it. You need not worry about that. But try yourself, don't get afraid. Try with small things like adjusting your chain, cleaning the air filter, in fact changing the brake pads. I have done all these things on my motorcycle. I have replaced the brake lever to adjustable brake levers on this bike. The day I got the motorcycle, the very next day I did that. So when you do all these things, you learn more about your motorcycle, and that's when you will know if a job is perfectly done or not. When you don't know anything, that's the chance when you might get cheated by the service center. I'm not saying that scam happens only at the service center. Even aftermarket, there are a lot of multi-brand garages which do the servicing of the super bikes. You will have to be vigilant. You need to make sure that the job is done in the correct way. Now what happens if you miss the service schedule at the service center? Many of you guys think that because the service job is not done properly at the service center, you guys want to take it outside, but because you are bound to the warranty, you are not able to do that. So what you can do for that is just take the bike to the authorized service center for general service, like engine oil change, air filter change, oil filter change. That's it. You don't do anything else at the service center. This way your bike will remain under the service history, and if anything goes wrong later, you can claim the warranty. But for all the other things like upgrades or throttle body cleaning or any other stuff, you can take your motorcycle outside even in the warranty period. And coming to the modifications, this is where there is a lot of gray area. When people say about exhaust modification, tuning, they think that the warranty will get void. So how will the company know that the bike has a custom exhaust? If you have a good relation with the dealerships, they will help you claim the warranty. If you don't have a good relation with the dealership, they will straight away deny, because as per rule, any modification done to the bike voids the warranty. But the catch is, if you are not ruining the fundamentals of your motorcycle warranty should stay intact, even if you have a full system exhaust. I did a full system exhaust on my bike. I also added a custom air filter. It is running even now. Another signal. I hope it doesn't take time. Yeah, only 5 seconds. And when you go outside to do any modification, make sure that the technicians over there are well trained enough. Don't just randomly go to some shop because they claim that they have worked on certain motorcycles, they'll be able to take care of your motorcycle too. That's not true. If you have prior experience, like someone in your friends or your riding group know a technician over there who works good and can take care of your motorcycle, only then hand over your motorcycle in the aftermarket garages. Or else what happens is, sometimes the kind of work that is done aftermarket, it is very terrible, and you won't have the ownership over there because the service center is not owned by the company. But at least at this authorized service center, it is owned by the company. You can reach out to the company if the job is not done correctly. So you need to be very careful when you go outside. I have done many things outside on this bike. I did an oil change, I did a .5.1 brake oil upgrade, I did a throttle body cleaning as well. So if you know the kind of the mechanic those are working at the aftermarket garages, then you can hand over your bike. Or else I would say stick to the authorized service centers. I know even they are not that great, but if you don't have an option, you have to stick with them. Because buying a motorcycle is one part, owning and maintaining it the right way is very important for the long-term usability and health of your engine. There are many people who just buy second-hand motorcycles, they run it for like 6 months or a year, and then they sell it off. For them, the reliability does not matter. But for someone who is thinking to own a motorcycle for a longer term, for them it is very important to make sure that the motorcycle is taken care the right way. Shit, what is this guy doing? After a very long time, I am traveling to work on my RS457, probably after more than 2 months. because I stopped commuting on my 457 after I bought my ZSEV, and now I feel that it is so easy to travel on the outer ring road to commute to work, and while going to office on the RS 457 it is that much difficult because I have to navigate through city traffic, and it's not less, it is 37 kilometers of a city traffic. So it drains my energy completely when I reach office. Previously I was somehow able to do it, but now I am unable to. That's the reason why I bought the ZSEV and decided to park the RS 457 and use it only for the weekend rides and the long tours. The quick shifter and the auto blipper works like a blessing on the 457. I forget that there is a clutch on this motorcycle. Even while commuting inside city, I don't use the clutch because the quick shifter is that good. When you purchase a motorcycle like 457, warranty is your biggest priority because this motorcycle is known to have a lot of failures. So whenever anything goes wrong, warranty is the only thing that is going to protect you. And in order to keep that intact, you will have to make sure that you don't do any modifications that will void your warranty. Like I have the TFT screen, right? But you will say I have installed a TFT screen, DNA air filter, a full system exhaust. My warranty would have been void. But no, it hasn't been void because I haven't tampered or I haven't done any tuning to the engine. I haven't tampered any wiring on this motorcycle. So technically the warranty stays intact and I am still able to claim all the parts if it fails under warranty. I'm stuck between these two buses. Just too much traffic today. Let's take a left and navigate from this off-road. My office is still 24 kilometers away and map shows 1 hour 2 minutes. Can you imagine the kind of traffic that I'm facing? The total distance is 37 kilometers, in which I have done around 13 kilometers till now. No matter which time I choose to travel to office through the city, it is filled with traffic these days because most of the offices, they have called the employees to work from office. Work from home is no more luxury, so we need to go to office. Though I am not traveling 5 days to office, I am traveling 3 days. 2 days I do work from home even now. I love the torque delivery on this bike. The moment I twist the throttle, it just lunges forward like a beast. This is what I like about this bike in the city. It's a pocket rocket. Guys, look at this truck. It is just a chassis built out from the factory, and now it is going to a body shop where it will be either converted to a container truck or it might be converted to a bus. I don't know what it is going to be, but looks so naked. Crazy. Open stretch of road, let's go. Lovely. This is the kind of performance you get when you have a pocket rocket inside the city. You can't get this kind of a performance when you have a 600 or a 800cc capacity motorcycle, because you'll fear of taking it inside the city traffic and commuting to work. Just look at the traffic situation, guys. I'm stuck in this traffic jam since last 5 to 10 minutes. and still not able to reach the signal. The signal is around 200 meters away from here right now. I'll cross all this traffic and then I'll see you guys. Guys, just 8.6 kilometers left, and look at the condition of traffic in High Tech City. This is the place where the IT park starts. This is the tech hub of Hyderabad, and from all over Hyderabad the traffic arrives over here and it gets packed. It is not sustainable at all to commute on the RS457 anymore. I literally go mad. In the afternoon at 2 p.m. this is the scenario. I was literally stuck for 15 minutes on the signal behind, and then I switched on my camera and now it is moving a little bit. Right now I'm on the outer ring road and my office is towards the right, so I'll exit it at the next toll gate. Till there 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers are allowed. Post that only 4-wheelers are allowed, so I'll have to take an exit and take a right towards my office. I have almost reached my office, and here is my Amazon building. So it's time to close this video. I hope you found it helpful. If yes, do give it a thumbs up and also post your thoughts in the comment section below. With that, I will sign off from this video and I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.